Hello, hi everyone, welcome back and welcome to the new people that's streaming out there. Tonight we're gonna talk again about the North Node in Capricorn and the South Node in Cancer. Can you believe we are almost at the end? We've been doing it for all the year, throughout all the month, and we are already in Capricorn. We have two more left. We have North Node in Aquarius and North Node in Pisces. Wow, we did the 12 signs, all the karma, the reincarnation, the past life, and the correction for all those 12 signs. It's amazing being with you and having this journey with you guys. I really, really appreciate that. And thank you for listening, tuning in, sharing with your friend. Tonight, North Node Capricorn, South Node in Cancer. So as I usually do, you know, a little bit intro about the reincarnation. The most striking things for me about reincarnation is children. Sorry. It's about children. Children, and you've seen, you know, with the stories that I share with every one of you guys, sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, children play a very, very important role, because the younger they are, the more they are connected to the light, and the better they remember their past life. They're still connected, you know, to their reincarnation. The more we grow, we become adults, the more we get further from the past life, and the more we forget. So children, they are really, really a living proof, if I can say, call it like this, of reincarnation, by the detailed information that sometimes they give, or by, you know, this little boy, if you remember the story, that he started to speak English when he was born in India, and his parents didn't understand a word of what he was saying, or the other little guy or girl that was speaking a very, very strange language that her parents didn't know. All these connections from past life. And when we actually check all those details, they are so, I will find out that the detail that children are giving of past life, they are very, very accurate. So another proof of reincarnation. And as I do usually also, this is the story about a story. I share a story every class about a reincarnation and the proof of reincarnation. So today's story, for me, it's one of the most fascinating hypnotherapy, past life regression stories about that work, about this guy that come out from a psychologist. His name is Peter Ramster, and he's originally from Sydney, Australia. I will tell you the name of his book, and you can check it out. His book is In Search of Lives Past. That's the title of the book. Relate all the story about him and all the past life regression that he did with his client. And it's amazing stories, details, anecdote, everything about past life that really you cannot not understand or not believe in those things. One of Peter's subject was a woman that her name is Gwen MacDonald. She had problem. She went to see him as a psychologist, and you know, and she lived obviously in Australia. And the fact about her that she never lived outside of Australia, and she never traveled outside of Australia. So never in her life she was in Sydney, never in her life she left Sydney. So she went to see the psychologist, Peter, and throughout the session, he proposed to her to do a past life regression. She was very reluctant in the beginning, and then she acted because she didn't believe in reincarnation. Once the sessions started, she recalled a past life in Somerset in England. Not 2 centuries ago. Can you believe? 2 centuries ago. And not just that, she gave a detailed explanation and description about the village that she used to live there, about the people that used to live there, about the house that used to live there, but a very, very detailed prescription. So detailed that Peter, the psychologist, decided to take her for the first time out of Australia and to this village in Somerset, England, which she was so well describing. She agreed to do the test, the trip, and they flew there for the first time in her life, right? They flew her there with a team, with him, and she arrived at this village. As soon as she arrived at the village, the ease of what and how she traveled around the village, she described places, people, that the local people there said the details are very accurate. She even described a stepping stones that were there in a place that was there centuries ago. And the local people said that it's true, and it's just 40 years ago that the stones were removed. And then she directed the team to the place where she used to live. This big house where she used to live 2 centuries ago, we're talking about the 18th century. This big place, which was her house 2 centuries ago, became a shed for chickens. So she went in and said, this was the room, this was dining room, this was the kitchen. And then she said, in the room, this place today, in the bedroom where 2 centuries ago when she was sleeping there, she said there is a stone with a particular design that she designed herself in that stone. The people went there in that place, in the room of the house, which became a shed now, and they cleaned the floor, and they found this stone engraved, the design that she explicitly described, design in the stone. We remember it was 2 centuries ago, and remember that she never left Australia. And not just that, back in Australia, she used to paint. She was not a painter, but she used to paint. And she used to paint exactly the same design that was on the stone engraved 2 centuries ago, and that she described to the team. So if this is not reincarnation, what can be? What can it be, right? So this is just one of the stories. If you want to read more about Peter Ramsley's work, or more about Gwen MacDonald's story, please go to the book and enjoy that, right? So a little bit, this is for the story about reincarnation, a little bit about facts about reincarnation, like I do usually in every class. We are, as we know, we are all born with blockages. We came back in this life to correct, right? To correct the blockages that we bring back from past life. That's what we call karma. That's what we call tikkun. Some of us have a heavier one. Some of us has a easier one. That's why sometimes people go through sometimes very, very difficult situation. For example, I have charts of people, of parents are telling me, God forbid, that the child very young was sexually abused, or of this woman that was sexually abused by her mom, by her dad, and by her brother. Like, what she deserved to do that. But it's all starting from past life. I'm not going into that. This is not the place. But just to make you understand that we come with blockages. And if we deny those blockages and past life connection, we are stuck in those patterns, coming over and over and over again, and we don't understand why God doesn't help me. How many people come to me and say, why God doesn't help me? Why God doesn't listen to me? This is not the truth. In fact, God help us. God listen to us. We need to listen to ourselves. We need to face the blockages and to move on. So if we need to face them with honesty, with responsibility, and with discipline and maturity. And once we move, once we do that, we move forward. So we can unblock ourselves from those blockages, from those negative patterns, and we can move on. So that's really about reincarnation. So in order to understand the subject of tonight, the North Node in Capricorn, we need to understand always the opposite side, which is the South Node in Cancer, which is past life, right? So about Cancer and about the South Node. So what is about the South Node in Cancer? What those people need to learn in this life by having the North Node in Capricorn. These people need to learn maturity and responsibility. They came back with sometimes a childish behavior from past life. They have a tendency to look at life with rose glasses. So they come sometimes with a denial aspect in their life. It's too much. As a South Node Cancer, emotion, a lack of maturity sometimes, a lack of understanding, and also going back into the denial mode. Let's sweep it under the carpet, right? And then things will be, pink with the rose glasses, but it's not working like that, obviously. And we know that we need to take more responsibility and to have more maturity. And again, it's not overnight. It's a stepping stones that, from one stone, from one stair to another, until we achieve the goal. Those people they have feelings. They have not the feeling, but the tendency that everyone around them is a parent, and they will solve their problem. You understand? So every spouse or they have, or every good friend they have the tendency to rely on them as a parent, as the one that will find solution to their problem. That's their tendency. But they in those areas of solving problems, they would rather the spouse or the good friend or the people close to them to find them solution and to solve them. Of course, this is not the case to correct the South Node in Cancer and the North Node in Capricorn. Everyone that they meet, they look at them as a potential parent, as a potential problem solver, as a potential someone that will protect them and help them and enhance their life and their livelihood and everything around them. Usually feeling of patriotism, but they are very, very loyal. That's the good side. They know they don't like goodbyes. So those people, it's impossible to tell them goodbye. They go down, they go depressed sometimes, they go too much emotion, too much extreme. They cannot handle the goodbye, of course, of really close people and family or spouse. They need to learn how to let go. It's very, very important for them. They need to learn the transition to adult mode instead of child mode. They came back with the background and the subconscious of childish mode. Like, my parents will do it for me. My parents in this life can be a good friend, can be a good husband, can be a good wife, can be an adult child. So they rely on others to fix, to solve, to push them, to do everything for them in a spiritual, practical level, emotional level. So they need to learn how to overcome that, how not to look at the other as a parent or as a problem solver, but to take the responsibility, to raise above that and to take the responsibility to face the problem and enhance. Now, we understand why the North Node in Capricorn, which is very, very important with what we, with this South Node in Cancer. Capricorn is they are mature, they are responsible, they take and that's why also we say that Capricorn, North Node Capricorn, take responsibility from very young age. They feel adult because they came with this lack. They came with all those big lacks from past life. The childish, the not taking responsibility, not problem solver. They let other people to solve their problem. So they need to, on one hand, and on the other side, the North Node Capricorn, they need to feel that pressure, that problem solving, that the one that is leader and the one that will bring the solution to the problems or to whatever it is. So the identity, they need to identify themselves as the problem solver. And also they need to understand that there is a higher purpose in the world than just the higher purpose in their life. Because as a Cancer past life, they were preoccupied just about their life, about their close circle, about their own things. But sometimes can be very selfish. By the North Node in Capricorn, they need to open their mind. They need to open their vision in life, and they understand that there is a higher purpose. There is a bigger purpose out there than just the purpose of solving problems in their life. They must understand the meaning of true responsibility and understand that it's up to them. And remember, I always say that. Karen Berg have this saying, when you point the finger at someone to accuse him or put the responsibility on him, you have 3 fingers pointing at you. So remember that. Point 1 finger, but 3 is pointing at you. So we are the only one responsible of what's happening in our life. And that's very, very much credible about the North Node in Capricorn. In the chart of a woman who has the North Node in Capricorn, it represents an unusual need and a very strong need of a father figure. Even if she has a husband, she will look through the husband of a father figure, or male friends, or male people in their life of a North Node Capricorn woman chart. They will have that desire and that energy of a very strong father figure. And in the chart of a man, they will have also that desire, but both of them, they will have the North Node Capricorn in the chart of a man, they will have this strong desire of a father and a mother figure in their life. So the wife will become the mother figure, the father, their father, will become the very strong father figure for their life. So they're always looking for that leader in their life that will help them and direct them and solve their problems, which they need to learn. Yes, to listen to the advice, but to solve the problem alone in this time. Their karma, their tikkun, they need to stand for themselves, the North Node Capricorn. They need to learn. Past life, they were moved around, used around, sometimes abused around, so with emotions, with anything. This time they need to put barriers, and they need to stop the sharing unconditional, but because it's not sharing unconditional, they look for solutions outside of themselves. So they give to attract the person, so the person could find the solution for them. But this is not the way, and sooner or later, the pattern will raise, the pattern will go out, and it will be in front of our eyes, and we cannot avoid it unless we face it and we found the solution for that. They come back, this North Node Capricorn, most of the karma is owed to the family. They come back to build this family cell structure, structure, consistency, responsibility, maturity, problem solving, accountability for everything that they do. So they need to really build that family cell and take and hold that responsibility of a leader of a family, or of a push for the family forward. This is really a very big karma for North Node in Capricorn, the family. They owe everything to the family cell and the family foundation. They came back to learn how to deepest the level of parenthood, because they didn't take that energy and that responsibility in past life. So in this life, it's not the most important one, but one of the most important one is to become a parent, to learn how to become a parent. Now, if you are not married, if you don't have children, it's okay, but to become responsible, a parent to yourself, you can become a parent to your kids, or a parent on how to take responsibility. That's the meaning of it. How to stand for yourself, how to say no when you want to say no, and how not to give too much, like waves of sharing and giving, which in true is just to attract the person to solve your problem, like the patterns of past life. So this is really a very important one for the North Node Capricorn, to stand up for themselves, to put barriers, to take responsibility, to be an adult, to take the leadership of their lives, of their problems, and to be mature and understand that they need to face their problem and they need to find a solution, and they need to create this family environment and owe to their family. Nearly all his energy is spent understanding the web or of relationship around him, and also of untangling the web, because past life they put themselves with so many problems because of relationship, not just relationship with a husband and wife or between partners, relationship between parents, between children, between friends, between family, between colleagues, between anything, and with themselves also, between anything and anyone. So they spend most of their life in this life untangling those web of relationship and clearing out the misunderstanding, the problems that happened in past life, and clearing everything out in this life. More away from emotional immaturity. They need to let go about this emotional immaturity and really taking responsibility. So this is really a very clear account for North Node in Capricorn. Taking responsibility, being a leader, not letting other people solving your problems. Yes, you can listen to their advice and take their advice if you want, but you are the one deciding, and you are the one doing it, and you are the one facing those problems, not people around you, and taking responsibility of your own life, of your family if you have one, or of your family in the broader term, and in the broader explanation of the term. So this is really a very big thing for North Node Capricorn and South Node Cancer, right? So now we're going to the month of Capricorn, okay? The energy of the month of Capricorn, because we are already, Kabbalistically speaking, in the lunar solar calendar, we are already in the new moon of Capricorn, like it will be, I think, tomorrow, and we're starting the new moon of Capricorn. That's it. So we are really at the end of the year, wrapping up all this energy of those 12 months of the solar calendar, because the lunar calendar, we started the new year, as you know, in September, but of the solar calendar. And we really want to figure it out. What is the energy of this month and how it can help us, beside the North Node and the South Node, how it can help us. So the Capricorn is the 10th month of the lunar solar calendar, as most of you know, and it's ruled by the planet Saturn. The planet Saturn, who also, by the way, is the co-ruler with Uranus for Aquarius. So Saturn, who is the planet of consistency, of responsibility, of structure, of the teacher, of the old wise man, of the mature man, is also the ruler of Aquarius, who is Aquarius, is like, let's free ourselves, freedom. Like my husband, who is Aquarius, always say, number one rule for Aquarius is there is no rule. That's the number one rule. But Saturn is also the rule of Aquarius. So Aquarius has also some kinds of structure, of responsibility, of maturity and foundation, like the Capricorn one. So this is the farthest from the sun, the Saturn. So it's really a planet and a sign that can be very, very materialistic when we don't connect to the energy of spirituality, to the inner energy of Capricorn. Capricorn, it's an earth sign represented by Saturn, but internally, and as you know, every sign has an internal energy, so internally it's water. So Capricorn, although, because we said Saturn, they have the ice rings around Saturn. That's why Capricorn sometimes look very cold and very icy, right? And they are not engaging in friendship or in just social events, right? Because we said about the icing rings about Saturn, but inside, Capricorn are so emotional. They are so sensitive. So your work to work with a Capricorn is to touch, to connect to the inside, to the water, to the mercy, to the merciful side of them, not just to the icy side and very serious side of them from the outside, but to the merciful side of them, which represented by water, the internal energy of Capricorn, and to nurture their desire of compassion, of mercy, of patience, and of understanding, right? Kabbalah tells us that this is the sign, spirituality, that this is the sign that must nurture delusions. So because it's the furthest from the earth, from the sun, right? So it's must nurture delusion. The Capricorn, it's an earth sign, as we know, so but it's the furthest from the sun. So it's the closest. It's like Capricorn, Saturn, astrologically speaking, is like the border between the earth and the universe and the cosmos. Actually, Saturn is the bridge between, is the last planet between the Earth and the energy of the bigger energy of the universe and the cosmos and all what's happened. So Saturn is the bridge. So Capricorns play a very, very important role as being the bridge to the light also. The Sefer HaYetzirah, the book of formation, which was the first book that Abraham the patriarch wrote, and there is all the secrets about, by the way, astrology, about astronomy, about planet, and we're talking about the book that was written probably 2,000-3,000 years ago, when they didn't have the technology that we have today, about telescopes, about machineries, everything that help us look and understand the planet, and the Sefer HaYetzirah, the book of formation, describe exactly, they describe at that time the planet Mars as being the planet of war, the red planet, which this is exactly how the science is describing it in this lifetime. So in the book, the formation, it describes Saturn, inner spiritual energy, as dry and cold. So this is what we're talking about the icing ring, the surrounding energy, sorry, and the inner energy as very, very emotional, which again, it's connected to the water sign inside and the earth sign outside. Capricorn find it very hard to express their emotion, to express their feeling, to receive love. They are always feeling that they don't deserve to receive love. They don't. If you want to buy a gift to a Capricorn, which is this the season to share, right? And to buy gifts to each other, make sure, first of all, that you make him feel that he deserves that gift. If not, mostly they will not accept, or they will feel very embarrassed or very not in their nature, right? So make them feel that they do something, or make them do something for you, that they will feel they deserve the love, they deserve the gift, they deserve the sharing, because this is how Capricorn work in their head. Capricorn need to learn, of course, how to share his energy. They are very, very loyal. Once they open up, it's for life. That's it. And don't betray them, because they will close, and that's it. They don't mind to suffer, but they don't like no betrayal, no lies. They are very honest, very straightforward, and they need to reveal a little bit the energy from the inside, from the soul, from the inside, and to encourage them to do that. Don't be worried. Don't be afraid of the cold, facade. Just move on and know that they're inside. They are like melting butter. They are like really, once they will feel the true love, they will really feel that they will melt the eyes and open the heart. It takes time, but believe me, it's worth it when you achieve this stage. Sharing help a Capricorn reveal their true nature. Remember, it's water inside. So water is just sharing, which is sensitive, human, sharing, loving, everything that you can say about the inside of a Capricorn. So this is, my dear friends, about the month of Capricorn. We're going now, as we do usually, to the 72 names of God connected to the sign of Capricorn. And the 72 name is Ain, Mem, Mem, passion. Yes, it's all about passion with a Capricorn. It's to enhance, it's to reveal, it's to lighting up their passion inside. They have it. It's blocked by, imagine you have a chimney, and on top of the chimney there is a block of ice. But if you light that fire in the chimney, it will melt all the ice on top of it, and the fire will elevate, will warm the whole place, will bring joy and blessings and feeling good around each other. So this is exactly a Capricorn. Once you melt the ice around him, the passion, the power, the love, and the sharing, and the feeling good and the feeling warm will enhance the Capricorn life, and they will share with everyone. So this is a 72 name to look at for Ain Mem Mem, for connecting the passion on the soul level. The angel of the month, as we do usually, the angel for the month of Capricorn, it's Shniel. Shniel. That's the name of the angel. It helps us rising beyond the confinedness of physicality, beyond this block of eyes that cover Capricorn. Underneath, beyond that, there is a warm fire just waiting to be lit, and sharing the fire and the warmth and the passion. So, and realizing the spiritual nature of the universe. So Shniel is the angel of the month of Capricorn. The part of the body connected to the sign of Capricorn, it's the skin and the bones. Bones and the skin, you know, they are the foundation. Like Saturn, like Capricorn, they are the foundation of our body. And without that, you know, we cannot be as a human body, right? So the bones and the skin, they are connected to the energy of Capricorn. So to finish this class, my beautiful friends, we will do as usual a little workshop. So this time, because it's this time of the festives, of holidays, to be joyous, right? And to share, I would like you and to feel this energy of light, of warmth, of love, of sharing, of giving. I would like you to take, I don't know if it's a few minutes or a few hours or a few days, whatever you decide, but I would like you to take a pen and a paper and write down between 5 to 10 things, good things about yourself. Why I'm saying that? Because for Capricorn, is the most difficult things to do for Capricorn. To find out something good about themselves and write it down. Let alone 10 things good about them. It's almost impossible for Capricorn. And we all have that little Capricorn inside us when we don't see sometimes the good, but I'm talking about soul-wise. I'm not saying, oh, I'm good at putting makeup, or I'm good at dressing, or I'm good at following the fashion. Yes, it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's bad, but I want you to go deeper. I want you to go to your really soul level and find out between 5 and 10 qualities about yourself, positive qualities, and I would like you, everyone, not to share the 10 of them, but to share at least one on my Instagram at Ruth Nahmias _UK, and share at least one of those beautiful qualities. And I'm sure every one of us have a good, at least 1 or 2 or 3 of amazing quality that is hidden. And that's what I wanted you to write, those hidden quality that we don't see on an everyday level and everyday life. So this is it, my dear. Thank you very much, and see you next month.